So in this video, what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to tie in a corridor and then have it follow a rock surface or a subsurface. So our example is we've got our corridor here and we're daylighting it out to the rock surface, basically cutting through the rock in this area at a particular slope, in this case at a 1-to-1 slope. When we get to the rock, we could put a bench in and then daylight out to the original ground at another slope or 2-to-1. What we want to do in this case is we actually want to follow the rock maybe a certain distance back before daylighting to the original ground. So to do that, we got to make this a little bit of a combinational approach. So I'm going to close this option here, and we're going to take our corridor, and I'm going to come in and we're going to explode it. So it doesn't really explode the full corridor, but what it does is it gives us some 3D line work that we can use to build another corridor. So by exploding it, you can see here we've got this line here, which is our drainage line, and we have another one over here, which goes all the way around. Okay, so we've got a couple different pieces there. So what we want is, let's take that one, and what we're going to do is we're going to break it. So I'm going to come in and just do a quick break, and we'll break it at this point right here. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take this line segment and we're going to join it with this other line segment here. Alright, so now we've got that line that you can see that it wraps around and goes over to the other end. So we can probably join that one over here as well if we want to take it out, but this will give us an idea of what we're trying to accomplish. So then, now that I have that 3D line string, I'm basically going to turn it into an alignment. So I'm going to go to my corridor, and I'm going to create an alignment, and we'll just call this rock follow. Just give it something simple. We're going to put it on a layer. We'll just call it alignment, and I'll click OK. So I'm going to use that line string. We'll click OK, and you can see basically what it's going to do. It's going to give us our horizontal and vertical or alignment. Then what we're going to be able to do is we're going to create a corridor. So I'm going to come in, I'm just going to call it rock follow, using that same alignment. Let's go ahead and reference this and our original ground, and I'll click OK. So now it's asking us for a beginning station, so we'll just start at 0, that's fine. And our template will be, we'll just do rock follow again, and we'll click insert. So we're going to use the instruction type called surface, and the surface we're going to follow is the rock surface. And we're going to come down and click our lateral limits for left and right. So since our alignment is going in this direction, we're going to go to the left a certain distance. So if we click out here, we're just putting a distance as 27. Let's say we just want to follow it for 20 feet. Now to the right, we're just going to put in 0. So we click add, it's going to go out and it's going to follow that rock surface. So you can see here it's following the rock surface out that distance. So then we can come up to our instruction, and we can do a side slope. And we're going to go from basically that 2L, and we're going to target the original ground, and for a cut slope we'll just go ahead 2-to-1. We won't put a ditch in, and we'll just go 2-to-1 and fill as well, and we'll call it daylight and add that particular piece. So now we're daylighting it out. So it's following the rock surface here, as you can see. We'll just bring this up, and it's if I scroll through here, it's following the rock surface and daylighting back out to that original ground. So now we have that piece there. So then, just like in our other examples, or the way that we would bring this together is we're going to combine our corridor surface and this new corridor surface that we have here. We're going to add those as surface members to our overall surface to complete one full surface corridor. But that's how we're basically going to tie the two together.